Hello, Shira. Hello, Bendy boy. How's your day going? Hopefully your day is going well. Hello, Nia. Also, hello. Hello, Exy. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the stream. Let me see if I can get the chat actually set up. Alrighty, there we go. Hello, someone. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? I'm doing good. How's my day going? Oh, my day's going good as well. Yeah. Man, I was waiting for you to stream. I was so bored. Unfortunate. Well, the stream is on now. Okay, there you go. Let me move my the glove over there. Alrighty. Today is yeah. I don't know what I'm yeah, well, I'm just gonna okay, so hold on. This today is 12. I'm back after 2 streams and I feel refreshed to see you back in action. I see. Well, I'm glad you are happy to be back at the stream. Yeah, welcome back to the stream. um okay, I just need to scroll this down. There we go. It's December 11th, 2025. There's so much cat, indeed. Oh yeah, I got a new emote. I the hungry emote. I actually fixed it. It's a finished emote now. You know, the one that I posted yesterday. So that is done. You don't have emotes? Rip. Rip indeed. Okay. First drawing of the day. Hold on. Let me see. Can I move this thing to the side slightly? I think I will. Because I can actually see the chat without having to do anything extra. Like that. I'm kind of supposed to do homework, but I am not able to finish it, but watching a stream is way better. I see. Well, I guess it's like that sometimes. Sometimes it is easier to just, yeah. I don't know. Already 11? Yes, it's XE. Watching streams is fun. It's fun sometimes. Okay, I think that should do it. Yes, hello, Sarah. Sarah. How's it going? Gonna draw pathos. Right, this is my warm-up drawing for today, so let's see if I can actually do a good drawing, or if I can just make a hopefully, yeah, a decent drawing. Musicless Dennis, indeed. No music. Um, if you could hear the background music, I'd put on the music, but eh. Sometimes. How about we change that to every time? Yeah, hello, 85. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? 8511. Wait, do we seriously still not have music, Dennis? How do you survive? I don't know. I could let me see. I'll see what happens if I try to put on music. Although I doubt it would work, but hey, might as well try, right? Can you hear anything? How can you decide if a drawing is decent? I don't know whether I like it or not. If I like it, then it's decent. Uh, if it's interesting, if it's let me see. It's interesting. If it has if it's a cool pose, I don't really. A decent drawing is just a well executed drawing, something that has some decent technical skills. So, no music, right? You can't hear it? Alright. Oh, back to normal. Uh, yes, how can you decide if a drawing's decent? I don't know, I just if I like the drawing, if I don't see many flaws with it, then it's decent. If basically, if the drawing has, like, flaws with it, then it's, like, not decent. If it doesn't have too many flaws, then it's decent. That's basically how I do it. That's how I decide. It's pay to win now. Oh, I'm playing an OST from my old favorite game. It's pay to win now, sadly. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If you really wanna get, in a good motivating drawing mood, what music would you listen to? I don't really have a type of music to get me into a drawing mood. I listen to any music, whether it be, like, Millie, M-I-L-I, like the Millie, the band who does the Goblin Slayer song, like, opening and endings, or the Lobotomy Corporation songs, or, the Project Moon in general. Their music I listen to basically any music. It could be, like, R&B, it could be rap, it could be jazz, it could be anything. It could be rock. I don't discriminate, as long as it sounds good. Lobotomy Corporation. Millie does their music. I just finished a drawing, I could put it on my profile picture if you wanna see. Yeah, sure, if you wanna. Hello, Arya. Yo, hello, brother, how are you? I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Hello, Rickboom. Welcome to the stream. Damn, bro, have you tried fixing it? I mean, the music. I can't fix it, it's a YouTube thing. Seeing as I can't, like, interface with you, like, I don't have the things, I'm not a YouTube employee, I can't it's up to them. So if they don't fix the music, then I can't really do anything about it. Um, Hidiel, can you draw Juno Sonic? A certain style of Sonic? My unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'd have to be actually interested in the character, like, or yeah, either the character design or just the character itself for me to like want to draw the character. Seeing as I don't really, yeah, I'm just not really interested in drawing Sonic. I heard lobotomy court. Yeah. See, open Spotify and play the music and listen to any that comes on. I mean, I have a playlist, like, but yeah, like all the songs on my playlist is songs that I like. So yeah, I listen to any song that comes on for the most part. Of course, if I'm not in the mood to listen to a certain song, I'll skip it. But yeah, I mean, I would listen to like basically any song. Okay, here's my drawing. Oh, right. Yeah, I can't see the profile picture though. The thing is, like, profile pictures are really small. Like, even if I click on it, I can't really see them. So it doesn't actually. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if your profile picture is. Yeah, I can't see it's too small. I mean, I can tell it's a drawing, but it's too like the detail enough details for me to actually make out what's happening. Um, all right. No part in my favorite. No, what part in my favorite? Hmm? I dare you to listen to extra tone. That is extra tone. What body part is your favorite for you to draw? It's either the face or the stomach. I think the stomach has a nice balance between light and shadow. Like, when not like the upper abs, but I guess like the lower abs. Like, there's a good balance of like, well, yeah. I have fun shading it. And then for the face, I mean, it's the face. There's like a bunch of things that are, you know, the eyes, the mouth. There's just like the face just comes together in a really nice looking thing. I don't. Her posture is crazy here. I guess I was supposed to be able to see. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Hello, Miku is my flowers. I came back home from school now. Nice. Hi, Kim. Good. Hello, Cybernetic. I enjoyed yesterday's stream, so I'm here again. Well, welcome back. So, what would you say is your most decent drawing you'd be proud of if you managed to draw it today? Um, what'd you say is your most decent drawing you'd be proud of if you managed to draw it today? Well, I don't know. I don't know what drawings I'll draw today, so I don't know what's gonna be my most decent drawing, if that's what you're asking. And if you're asking if I have any like drawings that I'm proud of recently, I guess it'd be like maybe not proud of it, but I had a lot of fun drawing the Furin drawing I did on digital art. Man, I don't have motivation to finish the low angle drawing challenge. Well, you don't have to finish the low angle drawing challenge. Hello, Hugo. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hello, Bubble Pop. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Okay, the warm-up drawing is going fine. Yeah, it's going fine. Decent. I wish I could do digital, but I'm super excited for Christmas because I've been saving up for a tattoo gun and I'm finally getting it. Oh, well, um, yeah, good luck on your, I guess, doing tattoos. I'm sure it'll go well. I mean, yeah, that's cool. Oh, hello, Lynn, by the way. Hi, Lynn. How's your day going? My day's going with its legs. I see. Have fun drawing, dude. Thank you. Have fun as well with whatever you're gonna do. Well, I guess my wish is to get a fursuit, laptop, and headphones, to be honest. Well, hopefully your wish is granted. If you're able to wield a weapon in medieval time, what weapon would you wield? A spear. I mean, come on. I'm not some super talented swordsman. I'm using a spear. Easiest weapon. Like a halberd or something. Your first time in your stream? Well, welcome, the pitch sours. The pitch is sour. Wait, no, that's hmm, the pitch is ours. I don't know how I read that in how did I read it? And every single time I read it, it was wrong. Anyways, my black Sharpie ran out. But don't you have like a specific idea or drawing concept you find a bit difficult and would be proud of it if you managed to draw it decently? Not really. Um, I mean, there are certain like perspectives that are like fun to draw. And there are certain perspectives that'll be difficult, and so I guess, but I don't have any in mind particularly right now. Like maybe I could do a fisheye drawing, but I'm not. I'd have to be for me to be proud of a drawing. I'd have to actually be interested in drawing it. I guess. Like if I'm not really, even if I do a drawing, like if I do a drawing that I'm not actually interested in, I'm not going to be proud of it. I'd have to be like, yeah, I don't know. So I could say like, oh, a fisheye perspective would be difficult to draw, but I'm not going to be proud if I'm able to draw it well because it doesn't really mean anything to me. I guess. The drawing has to mean something to me if I wanna, like if I'm gonna draw it. Yeah, this neck is just crazy. Yeah, I should have pushed the head backwards just a little bit because, I could do this, I guess, but whatever. Since where's the translation? Yeah, I couldn't so, like, I looked up how to do the translation, but it's not available for me. I don't have I looked up how to do it, it just doesn't work for me for whatever. Nice coat, thank you. My wish is to understand math. Sphere is awesome. Yeah, I couldn't find the translate. Like it's not possible for me to do the translation with my phone. What is your favorite weapon? Mine is nunchucks. My favorite weapon is um. What is my favorite weapon? Probably like a probably like a spear. Spears are cool. I like spears. Or like a staff, a bow staff, or something like that. I'll think of doing pebble of a home day of a home. I'll think of doing pebble of a homemade clay. Hope it goes right. I don't know what that is. Hello, Rudy. Welcome to the stream, Rudy. How's your day going? Hello, Miss Ta. How's your day going, Miss Ta? Can I draw Kurapika? I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter. I don't really want to draw Kurapika. I know that shit flaps in the wind. My coat. um, yeah, actually, it's quite heavy. Actually, like I don't know if the wind will actually blow it that well. Can you draw a spare? I'm probably just gonna draw people. If I'm interested in drawing a thing, I'll draw a thing, but I don't know. Um, would you maybe draw a Giga Chad face for the stream? I don't really. I'm gonna I don't know. I'm just practicing anatomy right now. For the most part, I'm not really gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be drawing any. Like, I don't really take suggestions like for characters that much, unless like I said, unless I'm like super interested in the character. Like, I don't know. All the characters that I have drawn, I've been interested in, whether it be like Frieren, whether it be like Enna from Enna Dream Barbecue or whatever it's called. Is there another one? I drew Nazuna. I guess Nazuna was like character that I was the least interested in drawing, but I mean, I was still obviously somewhat interested in drawing her. I drew Miku and Teto. Teto has a really good design, at least in like my opinion. So like, I wanted to draw her. When it comes to objects, I'm not really that interested in drawing objects. I'm more interested in drawing people. In the end, yeah, the amount of like the likelihood that I actually draw a suggestion is quite low because I'm just not that interested in drawing them. Obviously, unless somehow someone happens to like guess a character that I'm actually interested in drawing, and then they draw that. And then I draw that is what I meant to say. Butchering the name is crazy. My bad. I don't know. Are you talking about Kurapika? Whatever. I haven't read Hunter x Hunter. Watched Hunter x Hunter. How many years have you been learning art? I've been learning art for 8 years. Hello, Amodita. How's your day going? Dennis and his reading problems. It'd be like that. I don't know anatomy at all. Well, I'm about to draw. I got some characters from the wiki because I hate creative block, and I don't know who I draw. Plus poses. I hate creative block, and I don't know who I draw plus poses. Huh. So Sensei, will you be posting a translation now, or is that later? I mean, I think a translation is available for streams after the stream is like done, but I don't necessarily know what you mean by. I feel like I'm this unmotivated. My art starts to suck. Oh, I feel like if you are this unmotivated, your art starts to suck. Maybe? Hmm, interesting. I won't stop asking until you say yes. Gotta stay committed in it. Yes, I'm British. Huh. Gotta stay committed. Um, well, you can try. Um, I know, but I always think Teto is a boy. Interesting. Unmotivated. Do you actually feel like drawing the references, or do you just feel like drawing in general, and therefore you find references? I feel like drawing, and so I go. It's like both. I feel like drawing the reference, and I feel like drawing, but like obviously I don't draw the reference one to one. So I like there's something about the reference that I like, would like to draw, and so I draw that. Um, yeah. Neither have I, and I pronounce this correctly. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I've never heard anyone say his name right. Yeah, it's a guy. Never heard anyone say his name, so I don't know how to say his name. Um, no idea what to draw. Draw a Goopy guy. Draw any character you want. Would you draw Subaru, Rem, Amhelia? No. As much as I do like ReZero, I'm not too interested in the character designs. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. There's not I don't When it comes to me wanting to draw a character, I don't actually know the criteria that like makes me want to draw a character. I just know that sometimes there's a character that I would like to draw and sometimes there isn't. And like for most characters it just isn't. Like I say like I'm talking about character design, but in a funny way, but like in an interesting way. I I'd probably draw like Laios from Dungeon Meshi over over Subaru, even though both Laios and Subaru are kind of like they don't have like super. In fact, I think Subaru has like a more interesting design than Laios. Like Laios is just a guy in armor, and Subaru like is at least has a more interesting like hair, I suppose. But for whatever reason, I'm more interested in drawing Laios than Subaru. So yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I don't think there's any like real criteria that makes me want to like draw a character. I wanna draw right now, but I feel so tired. I can't move an inch, so lazy. I'm also pretty tired. I need to go to sleep early again. I went to sleep more early than I went to sleep the night before, last night, but I'm still tired, so I need to go to sleep today. You can pick a character from a fandom. Oh, you're not talking to me. Who wants to join my fridge cult? Hmm. However, it would be better if the translation was available during the live stream because I would be able to ask you questions and interact with you directly. Yes, that would be better. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It just I don't think it's possible for me to do that. It's most likely it's because of the I'm not really using any real software. I'm just using like the normal YouTube live stream features. So it's not like I have anything in particular that's like too advanced that would probably allow me to do like live translations. Um, I'm gonna go. Okay, goodbye, 85. Go for a bit. Hello, happy. Welcome to the stream. I did a poster and I kind of loved it. I'm too broke to print one, plus no materials. Could you explain what makes a character design interesting looking? I don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of things that make a character design interesting looking. Um, shape language, having I don't know. I'm not a character designer. I'm not a concept artist. So, and I'm not like a I'm actually not like an art teacher. So I don't really have the words that to put into like what makes a character design interesting. So I guess for in general, having a good silhouette, having a recognizable silhouette, like if the character's just block, if it's just a silhouette and the person's just like a completely black like shaded figure, having a good silhouette could like you can still recognize the character. If you can still recognize the character, if there's no details on the character and only by the silhouette, then it's a good character design for the most part. Having some good shape language, but like yeah, but I know that's like one thing that makes a good character design. But that's not the thing that makes me want to draw a character though. I don't know. Um I'm trying to make my own manga. It's kind of hard. I have 3 panels. Yeah, mangling that makes you feel nice when you get to create something that is what you're looking for and it's your own original idea. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, drawing new characters always has been more fulfilling than drawing existing. What about you? I mean, mm, I don't know. I don't think I have much. I think for the most part, like right now, I'm mostly just focusing on drawing anatomy because I'm focusing on drawing anatomy. If I were to draw like fan art of a character, the drawing would now not be about the anatomy, it'd be about like the character design. And I don't want to make the drawing about the character design. I want to make it about like getting good like construction down, getting a like good anatomy. So I'm also like uninterested in drawing characters for the fact that it'll take away my attention from the actual anatomy and pose and stuff like that. Although, yeah, for the most part, I only draw like OCs. I mean, yeah, I mostly draw OCs. I'm mostly focusing on anatomy and stuff. I respect you because you remind me of someone who was very good to me, but he died. Well, that's unfortunate. My condolences. I guess rest in peace. I say I guess rest in peace, but I don't know why I'm saying I guess. I guess I just have to say rest in peace without the I guess because the I guess is very uncertain. But whatever. um, furries. What is your opinion on furries? I don't really have any real opinion on them. Hey, I'm just gonna study. I saw that you're on stream. Ah, I see. Hello, the laziest animator. Someone see an animal fursuit, the realistic one. That I forgot the name. They call it a furry, but isn't. Someone see an fursuit. They call it a furry, is but it isn't. Oh, someone sees an animal fursuit. They, I don't know. I don't know why I asked you that. I was bored. Maybe like that. I like drawing furries, but I'm not a furry myself. I think they're goofy and always so funny. So yeah. Hmm, interesting. Don't worry. He or she was a kind and gentle person. Um, I see. I mean, I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried. Okay, let me draw a. I guess I'll do a low angle shot. I'll do a low angle shot. I'm planning on making a random pose. Well, good luck on that. They're quite difficult. Someone calls a quad suit a furry, but isn't it? I don't know what a quad suit is. Never seen it before. Hello, hobby panda. By the way, how are you? I'm good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. I think you probably said that you were doing good. I probably like asked you that question anyways. My grandma had to go to the doctor and I'm visiting her right now. Please pray for her. Well, I'm not religious, but I'll say, good luck. I wish her good health. Can you maybe open a Discord channel? For maybe reviewing your fans' art? I mean, you have been at it for 8 years. Yeah, but the issue is to expect me to give good criticism. I mean, I could, I suppose. There was an art critique channel. There is an art critique channel. And I do like sometimes I do videos on like looking at Discord art, but I don't really give any critiques. But there is a channel for critiques. Um, Although I'm not the best at critiquing things. We do have a critique channel though. The furry fandom are chaotic, but I draw furry and humanoid arts. Oh, interesting. Going to eat fridges because I'm hungry. I see. Well, goodbye, Miss Ta. I'm good because I see my brother again after a few months. So, ah, neat. With the furry angle, I guess so. Yeah, I guess like when it comes to the head, it's something like the furry angle. The arm is over here. We'll be wrapping down. It'll be coming down around here. So, the crotch would be around there, I think. The leg, okay, well, so the leg would be probably coming around there, and then bringing that down like that. That leg would be over there. This leg would be over here. Wrap that around there, and then bring that around. The stomach would be coming around here, going there. And now for the chest, gonna be a little bit tricky, but I think it'll be something like that. So let's bring that down, and then maybe that. Alrighty. Gonna bring the head up like that. The ear would be around there. Yeah, there. So the air would be around there. I think I should bring the cranium back slightly. Do you ever feel like your characters um do you ever do you ever feel like your characters, or did you just feel like a girl as your character? I could you explain that in a different way? Because I'm not sure if I actually understand you. Do you ever feel like if do I ever feel like I have the person? I mean, I have a good. I think when it comes to my personality, I think I could be I have a bunch of different emotions and stuff at like a bunch of different a bunch of different given times. So I mean, I could see some emotions in some characters of course I have felt some things that probably I would imagine that my characters would feel if they were like a person. So I guess yes, I have at some point felt like my characters, but I don't know if that's the question you're asking. Oh, big Master Senpai Chan Tennis. I am going to make my homework. I shall be back. I shall be back next time. Good night. Okay, good night. And sleep tight. Don't sleep and draw all night. Yeah, I won't sleep and draw all night. Wait, what? Don't sleep and draw all night? I think I want to sleep all night, but maybe not draw. But I kind of do want to draw all night, but I'll go to sleep instead. I don't really get people who say anime style is not art and easy. It's annoying as hell. They only see realism as true art. It disheartens me. I mean, yeah, people do say that. I mean, I don't really care what those people say. I mean, everyone has their own idea of what art is. I don't really rely on on what what I consider art is what I consider art. What other people consider as art is what they consider art. It doesn't matter what they say is art or not because I mean, I know what I think is art, and that's really the only thing that truly matters to me. Um, I mean, yeah, like you can. I mean, everyone has their different opinions on like what art is. So, I don't really have anything to say about like to those people. I don't sleep and I don't draw often. I write silly or bizarre concepts for scripts. Well, writing is cool. Writing is fun. Fair enough. If I really enjoyed writing, I would do that too. I mean, for someone to say that anime art is like easy to do, it's kind of like imagine that you're like a bodybuilder and you've gotten good, like you've gotten some good muscle, and then someone comes and tells you like, "Hey, bodybuilding is like easy. Bodybuilding isn't like real exercise, even though it is. Like obviously, my example doesn't really make sense. But if you know that bodybuilding is actually, like building muscle does take a lot of work, and building muscle does actually like it is some sort like it is actually an exercise for you. It doesn't really matter what they say because like they're like. I mean, obviously it's working for you. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of just what I'm saying. Like no matter what that person says, if it's working for you and you consider it to be so, then it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the other person says. People have conflicting ideas all the time. It doesn't like yeah, people are going to disagree about different things. That's just the way that the world is. I've just started to draw. Well, good luck on your drawing. I disagree with you. Huh? Hello, Sloth. Welcome to the stream. What do you disagree with exactly? You sound very, very familiar to that one artist. Who's that one artist? I hate math. I love everything but math, bro. Before I go, may this chat please see your other hand because I never saw it before. Hand is here. I'm joking. I can never disagree with you. What? Oh, it's good afternoon. I assume it's afternoon for you. So welcome to. Wait, it's afternoon for me. What am I talking about? Good afternoon, Shaloth. Hopefully your day's going well. Oh yeah, I saw the low angle. I guess you did like two angles. You did like a low angle perspective. You did a high angle perspective. Both of them were pretty impressive. Quite good. So good job. Where did you learn art from? Did you go to art school? Nope. I would never go to art school. No, I actually probably I mean that actually. I never go to art school because I feel like it'd kill my passion for art. I don't want to turn my hobby into like something that has real structure or something that I'm compelled to do. I want to enjoy art, so I didn't go to art school. I just learned from YouTube tutorials. Not really YouTube. I did watch a lot of YouTube tutorials, but not a lot of them helped. There's like a couple channels that like there's like two channels that like really helped me kinda, and then the rest were like, eh. Um, I mainly learned from like Pinterest, looking at references, looking at like Twitter, Pixif, whatever it is. Thank you. I feel shy putting out art like that, but some people want to see it. So there it is. I mean, fair enough. I mean, really, if you don't want to do that type of art, then you don't gotta, right? I mean, yeah, sure, people want to see it, but like, it's really up to you. Like, if you want to do it, then that's really the most important part. If you don't want to do it, then that's also the most important part. But yeah, I guess, yeah, just depends on like what you actually want to do. Although, maybe that's like an unrealistic way to live. Maybe it is. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder, am I unrealistic? I don't know. Am I striving for some sort of fantasy that doesn't exist? Perhaps. I did it because I wanted to, but I just feel shy about sharing it. Huh. Well, yeah, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Do I? It's weird. You'd think I'd have. I guess what's weird about it? Yeah, I was gonna say it's weird that I don't really post anything there because, but like, why don't I post anything? Huh? Don't know. I should have something to. Do I not have anything to post there? Like any real thing to post there? I guess not. That's crazy. I must be lying to myself. Have I just forgotten some stuff that I've drawn? I guess. Um, what were those two channels? I'm learning, and I need all the help I can get. One of the channels work was named Keenan Lafferty. You posted something there a month ago, I believe. Really? Maybe I have. But like, you'd think that I'd be way more frequent in posting with posting there. Okay, so one guy's name was Keenan Lafferty. I think it's like Key and then I think it's two F's. He has this thing called like concept art boot camp or like art boot camp or whatever it is. Um and I really loved his I guess style. I liked his art style in general. And yeah, there's like 300 episodes in there. I didn't watch all the episodes. I just I scrolled through. So like I what I'd recommend is you go to like the concept or like the art boot camp or whatever it's called playlist, and you like scroll through. You look at the episodes that like yeah, you look at like the videos that interest you and you click on them and just like see them. If you like his style of videos, then you can like continue and like you can watch more. If you don't, then well, it'd be like that. And the other one is the Jetty Jet Show. Although I don't think I didn't really learn anything from the Jetty Jet Show in particular, but also liked his art style. And for whatever reason, I guess like I was just using him as like a reference. I think it's the it's something like that. But also, I really liked his art, and I like both of these guys' art style. So that's probably why I felt like I learned a lot from them. So you're saying I should like to you should okay, sorry. So you're saying I should like try to learn to draw from starting to copy things to get the hang of it. Yeah, try and copy things, but copy things that you're interested in. Don't just copy anything. Like like be interested in, be motivated in whatever you're copying. So find stuff that you want to draw and then try and copy it. Break it into simple shapes. I would recommend also looking at look at sketches. If you're trying to draw the human body, look at sketches of the human body because that will allow you to see how the artist is actually going about constructing the body. Because looking at the finished artwork is kind of like looking at like a finished illustration and trying to copy from that is fine. You can do that. But you kind of need the knowledge that underlie like that the artist used to construct it. It's like trying to look at a human being like just from the outside and then like asking you to like like to make another human being. Like I don't know. You won't be able to make properly a human being if you don't actually know the biology, like the skeletons, the anatomy, the muscles, all that type of stuff. So it's like the same thing. To understand how a drawing is actually constructed is kind of more important than just knowing how the end result looks. Of course, it's like knowing how a drawing is constructed is way simpler than knowing how a human being is, made, and obviously it's way less work. You just have to draw. So, like basically what I'm trying to say is know how like know the basic shapes that the artist used to construct the human body, like cubes, cylinders, spheres, and try and break your drawings down into that. Okay, last time I checked, the last time you posted in that channel was 10/23. Hmm. What post was that? What could I possibly have done? Too much detail in the finished piece. Yeah, yeah. Gotta understand how the artist actually did it in the first place. After you have a good grasp of construction, then you can start like to trying to copy finished references, like yeah, finished artworks. Because well, obviously because then like you know like the skeleton essentially. We all have think differently. Yeah. While copying, you actually try to understand what. Oh, while copying, you actually try to understand what you do wrong. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I finally found the perfect pose. Nice. I'm happy that you found it. You found what you're looking for. No, God, what? It was a sketchy fit. Oh, I see. Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, like, digital art. Like, I haven't for whatever reason, I consider my digital art, like, my real art. It was okay, the last one I posted was a bunch so it was the bunch of sketches that I had of, like, that big spread of images, and then the one before that, the actual finished illustration that I posted there was the one with the apex predator goddess. So I guess fair enough. Okay, I kinda did this drawing alright. This one turned out decent. I say, but I haven't actually finished it yet. I still need to do some shading on the legs, probably back here as well. Alright. I love doing art because it matches my overthinking while drawing, so I don't oh, it matches your overthinking while drawing, so I don't get bored never. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about while drawing. Although, in a odd way, when I'm drawing, my mind is kind of blank. It's kind of blank, which is probably why it's so difficult for me to actually explain what I'm doing, like how I draw. That's why it's so difficult for me to make tutorial videos. By the way, Shaloth, how difficult was the fishnets to draw? Because did you do it by hand or was there like some sort of texture that you used? Either way, well, I say either way. Yeah, like the manual ways must be like super difficult and time consuming. I've never tried to draw fishnets before. Your mind gets blank when you aren't too much bored and focused on your drawing. Ah, yeah, maybe. You're not here? Well, welcome to the stream, Logan. Hello, Venus. How's your day going? Okay, so I've done a low angle shot. Let me do a high angle. Let me see if I could do that. Can you maybe check the art critique channel on Discord? I just want to know if my art is decent for 1 year. All right, I'll check it out. Give me your best tips for a new artist. Basically, draw what you want. First of all, whenever you're learn to draw what you actually like to draw. Don't learn something that you're completely uninterested in drawing. For the most part. So like, you know, draw things that you want to draw. Look at references. References are the most important part. So use things like Pinterest. Hold on, let me see where's the art critique channel. Use things like Pinterest or whatever thing whatever site is the most convenient for you to use, and whatever site I would say that Pinterest is probably the most convenient to find references easily, like searching things up. Um, where is the art critique channel? Where? Oh, is it down there? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Um, what's that? Er, yeah, no. So like, I would say yeah, for 1 year, yeah, your drawings are really good actually. Very, very decent. Way better than my drawings from like 1 year in. So yeah, you're on the right track. Er, yeah, it's good. It's good. Nice work. Continue. Basically, continue doing what you're doing. Apparently. I did the clay. Noise. What? Um. Yeah. So hold on. Yeah. Use references. Look at sketches of look at sketches. Try and copy the sketches so you could actually understand like how an artist goes about constructing their like finished pieces. Basically. Also, that's another thing to do. And like lastly, don't take your art too seriously because the moment you start taking your art super seriously is the moment you're gonna like start to get stuck. Trying to like achieve perfection where perfection is impossible. So just make sure to have fun. Don't take it too seriously. If you mess up, then you mess up. It's fine. You can always make another drawing. It wasn't that hard actually. I drew curving lines and then added chromatic aberration to create the effect. Ah, huh. Well, nice work. Impressive. Yeah, I always find like tedious details like that. Well, difficult. I don't know why. Do I find them? Yeah, I find them pretty difficult. Especially when like it needs to be symmetrical or when things need to be a little bit more perfect. I just struggle with that. My entire style is like built around well chaos, basically. So yeah. Uh, your last digital art, and there was yeah the Suzo the Suzo drawing. All the artist steps I know: practice, draw always, learn always, never give up. I mean, essentially yes. Practice always, as long as you enjoy the practice. Like try to enjoy the practice. Make it into something that you can enjoy, or practice things that you do enjoy to just make it into a game, basically. If you're not enjoying like what you're doing, if you're not enjoying art, you're gonna lose motivation, and your passion for art is kind of your driving force for getting you to make more art. So if you lose your passion, then you kind of lose everything. You're gonna burn out. Yeah, you're just gonna burn out is what I'm trying to say. The main enemy of artist is like an artist of an artist is their motivation and burnout. For a new jar, make sure that the handle or knob isn't loose. Yeah, fair enough. Hello, Nako Chen. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Be proud of yourself and trust the process. Fair enough. Give me your worst advice for an old drawer. Um, draw 1,000 boxes a day. Um, yeah, draw 1,000 boxes a day. 100 gesture drawings a day. Look at like and learn every single muscle group so you can actually like draw the body like perfectly. So when if you're trying to draw the body, it's probably like pretty useful to know how the muscles interact with each other and like appear on the surface of the skin. So like learn just like make sure basically become some sort of doctor. So like when someone asks you, "Hey, like what's this muscle?" and then you can like tell them exactly like what it is, you know? Oh, that's the deltoid. Oh, that's the anterior actually. I don't know what muscle starts with anterior, but I'm sure there's one. I feel like my art is kind of bad. Well, yeah, a lot of people do. Um It'd be like that. Eventually, it'll get better. Assuming you do continue drawing and you do like keep yourself motivated. Eventually, your art will yeah, it will get better. It might take a long time, but it will get better. You need to know. You need to know not just what it is, but how it functions too. Ah, yeah. Got to know the mechanisms. Drawing manga is difficult, bro, but I believe you could. I could. I mean, I could eventually. I'm just not interested in doing it right now. I'm more interested in illustration. One day when I'm bored of it, when I'm bored of illustration, I will probably or like when I feel like I've achieved a level. I mean, making a manga is basically just doing like a bunch of illustrations. Of course, with paneling and maybe a lot simpler so you can draw it faster, but for the most part, it's very similar to illustration, just a bunch of simpler illustrations just done a lot of times. It's about the output. I think the difficulty comes with the output of it. Like you just need to do a lot of drawings, which is just pretty difficult to do. Art is feeling kinda. I'll watch while eating dinner. Alrighty. I was drawing Luffy and I could tell it would be good. Well, yeah, some drawings you can tell like, ah, this is gonna turn out amazing. Well, sometimes you do feel like a drawing's gonna turn out amazing and it turns out bad. And sometimes you feel like a drawing's gonna turn out bad and it turns out amazing. So it's it's really kind of random. How long have you been drawing? 8 years. Everyone can draw. Just feel it. Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the stream. I'm drawing, really trying to make humans for 2 years, and I'm getting better slowly. Yeah. Sometimes it's a slow process. Sometimes it's a fast process. I'm just love crying on my bed. Oh my god. You're love crying? Are you saying that you love crying on your bed, or that you are doing a thing called love crying? Because I don't know what love crying is, but maybe that's when you love something so much that you cry. I don't know. You're struggling? Yeah, it'd be like that. I woke up at 5 a.m. That's pretty early, actually. I would like to wake up at 5 a.m. so I can get more done in the day. Unfortunately, I'd have to go to sleep early to do that. So, one day soon. I hate school. Fair. I hate my hair. It falls off every time. Your hair falls off every time. Well, I guess it'd be like that sometimes. I don't necessarily know what you mean. Hello, Ally. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? I want to get that checked out. Been drawing for 4 years. Nice. That is quite a long time. So, yeah. Hopefully you continue drawing and enjoying drawing for many more years. It's going well. Didn't wake up at 4 a.m., so missed my bus. That's really early to wake up. That's like that's ridiculously early, actually. School kills artists for me because everyone is getting on my way when I try to learn in school. No one is really working for school. They just make people mad and stuff. School kills artists for me because everyone is getting in my way. When I try to learn in school, no one is really working for school. They just make people mad and stuff. Huh. Well, maybe. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the stream. How's your day doing? How's your day going? How old were you when you started art? I was 12. I'm currently 16 and it's really hard to find time with all the school works. Yes, it's very difficult to do to do art when, when you have school. I mean, I used to wake up at 3 a.m. Well, I was homeschooled, so I woke up at 3 a.m. to finish I woke up at 3 a.m., did all my schoolwork, and then for the rest of the day I drew. So I mean, I was quite intense when I was like I really didn't like school, so I just tried to get out of the way really early. So, I woke up at 3 a.m. Yeah, I woke up at 3 a.m., did all my schoolwork, went back to sleep, woke up, and then drew for the rest of the day, rinse and repeat forever until I finished school. Right, because I've lost passion for art. I only do projects or to show people. I can draw, but I can't be bothered. You can't be bothered to draw? Or you can't you only do it for project? I mean, fair enough. I mean, if you don't have any passion for art, that is rough, but yeah, sometimes you just don't. Man, how often are you live? Feels like I'm seeing you a lot. I'm live every day. Hello, Andrew. How's your day going? Hopefully your day is doing it. Hopefully your day is good. Yeah, I go live every day. At least I try to. I do during classes. Noise. All I have to do for homework is this math website, and a spelling website. I come home sick today. Why is there so many people who's sick? Well, hopefully get better. I saw my old art yesterday. They were so funny, but I feel better now. But old me was too funny in drawing goofy art. I see. Yeah, I think I used to draw. Did I used to draw more goofy things? Maybe. I think I sometimes can. I sometimes do that. For some reason, seeing you draw brings back my passion, so that's why I watch you. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I can motivate you. When I look at people, other people, like really good artists, I also get motivated to draw. Actually, they don't even have to be good. They just have to be interesting. When I see interesting artists, yeah, I get motivated to draw. I have to attend school from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Huh. Then all the projects and homework. Still, I find at least 2 hours a day to draw. Well, that's something. That is something. It's good that you find really finding some time to draw, though. I love when he reads with a lower voice. That's probably when I have to. That's when I lock in. That's when I have to like really focus. I gotta focus to read instead of just skimming over, especially when it's a long comment or a longer comment or I guess message, a chat. Like yeah, longer message. What's a longer message? I have to like really slow down and intake the words. Usually I skim read, but sometimes skim reading makes me mess up. Okay, I've done 3 drawings. How long has the stream been going on for? Okay, an hour. It's basically been an hour. That's interesting. For some reason, see, oh no, I read that. Nope, read that already. I love when, nope, read that already again. Studies are crazy in India. Hmm. Yeah, there's some places that are just way more intense with this stuff. What do you reference when you draw people? Any specific material? Not particularly, but I would say when I was learning, like, oh, here's some freerun art. Yeah, here's some freerun sketches. Like, I look at stuff like this. I look at anything that I see. Anything that I see could be used as a reference. But if I would like if I were to try to get better at drawing, I would use something like this because well, maybe not even like this. I would say because like that's just line art. I mean, it is kind of like a sketch. I look at like if I'm like trying to learn clothes, I'd like look at something like this, you know? Like I'd look at this to learn clothes. I was in the chat from the stream yesterday. Yes, yes, I remember greeting someone named Ray, and you're also named Ray, so it makes sense that you're the same person. But for people specifically, like if I were to actually try to learn how to draw a person, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me find the thing. Um, I love gaming, but I love drawing too. Drawing is fun. Hold on, I'll turn the I'll turn the light back on while I'm doing this thing. Hello, Sephiroth. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hopefully, your day's going well. Alrighty. Yeah. So I was saying that yeah, when I'm learning to draw people, yeah, yeah, if you if you really want to learn like to get better at drawing, I'd recommend not like looking at finished pieces. At least don't look at finished pieces before you actually have a good understanding of the construction. Knowing it's kind of like yeah, like imagine trying to make like a rifle or something. Imagine trying to create like a car, like reconstruct a car without knowing what a car looks like on the inside. You're not going to be able to do it. Like so in a similar vein, if you're trying to learn how to draw better, you're not going to be able to like learn how to draw properly if you don't actually know the inner workings of like how the artist put together the drawing, which is like what the yeah. I look at sketch like if I were to learn again, like yeah, if I forgot all my knowledge of, like if I forgot all my skills, basically, the path I take to learn is, like, basically mainly looking at sketches. Like, things like this, where you can see the construction, like, how like, the head is okay, hold on, because like, why did it turn sideways? I don't want it to turn sideways. Yeah, like, the head is a square, the body is kinda like this maybe I can find a different like, this one has a little bit better construction like, showing the construction. You have a long angle perspective. Let me see if I can find a better like, a one that's completely broken down the body. Uh, maybe something like this. But, like, you can see how the body is constructed in this drawing, like, they're simplified into cubes and boxes. Well, I guess boxes slash cubes. Cubes. Or cylinders, um, and, like, spheres and stuff. So yeah, that's how I basically that's what I would use if I'm trying to learn to draw the body. For the most part, I'm just looking at like I am looking at finished illustrations now. Because yeah, I want to draw poses rather than the construction. Um, gaming. Yes. I'm in the doctor's office while watching this. Huh. Well, good luck on your doctor's visit, I suppose. Sorry, bro. I was getting my food. I'll be off chat for a while. Alrighty. Being born in Asia means I have to study until our parents are satisfied. Yeah, I've heard that yeah the work slash study culture is well school culture is a little bit wild over there. Um, and art, especially anime art styles, really does not get valued in India specifically. Sorry, I'm locked on clay art. It'd be like that. Mr. Singularity, I was lagging so badly that your voice was glitching. It sounded like how the Forsaken version of Noli would talk if all his voice lines weren't memes. Right. I don't know who that is, but I'll take your word for it. Try to make hair while flowing in the wind. Trying to make hair while flowing in the wind. It's kind of working. Nice. Do you have a Pinterest where you share your references? No, I'd have to like make one that's actually comprised of. I'd make one that's like actually comprehensive that like has references. I'll get on that actually. That actually probably would be a good idea. Um, yes. Thank you for the info. Also love how thin your pen lines are and how they fade away when you add detail. They do, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you like my art. I'm making Requiem. I open your live in 3 pages. Interesting. Don't know. You're making like this like a song? I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go home. Okay, goodbye, Ray. Have a good day. I have a test tomorrow, and I'm scared that I'll fail. Well, hopefully you won't. Hopefully you won't. Alrighty. Okay, I'd love to use it because my Pinterest always lacks good references. You could let me see. Maybe look up some body sketch. Like if you look up some body construction references, you might start to. The more you click on Pinterest will recommend you references that are similar to references that you. Pinterest will recommend you pins that are similar to pins that you've already clicked on and like looked at. So if you find good references and you keep like looking at references like those, you're gonna keep getting references like that. So if you look at like a bunch of sketches, you're gonna start getting sketches in your home feed. It's yeah. I'd recommend like searching up things like that, like searching up like body sketches or references and stuff like that. Why doesn't anyone say that mental health is very important in drawing? Um, I don't know. I mean, for the most part, I think people do like people understand that mental health is like important. I don't think it's like specifically in drawing. Mental health is just important in general. Like, obviously if you're mentally unwell, then you're just unwell. It doesn't really have anything. I mean, it does have something to do with drawing, but like it has something to do with like literally everything. Like mental health is important in communicating with other people. It's important in like, doing anything in in general. I have my computer test on the 15th and I haven't started on that. I think I'm cooked. Well, maybe you should get to studying. I do get sketches on my home feed, but it's just not the type I want to use. I even searched for it. It doesn't work. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe you might like my references, but it might just be that my like what I prefer for like references is just not what like you might prefer. But maybe I don't know. Well, yeah, I'll make a Pinterest at some point to like share stuff. To share stuff. I smell popcorn, and now I'm hungry. I'm not hungry actually. I guess I'm craving popcorn now. I'll try to draw in analog horror like those strange creepy faces. Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't tried to draw. I mean, essentially, the way you make something uncanny is just by taking the human form and slightly altering it to make it look slightly different. It's really the subtlety that, well, it's a maybe not subtlety. Sometimes it's not subtle at all, but um, I think a subtly like altered face can go a long way to make something creepy. My Pinterest is just a bunch of anime boobs. It'd be like that sometimes. Um, what do you put on your popcorn? Butter. Sometimes, like I don't know, like butter, onion powder, garlic powder. Sometimes nutritional yeast. Yeah, that's about it. Nutritional yeast. I feel like it doesn't look good anymore. Hey, it'd be like that. Is there vegan butter? Yeah, actually, I don't know what it is, but it's called butter, so I'll call it butter. I don't know what it is actually. There is a thing called vegan butter. I'm looking for something, but what the heck was it that I'm looking for? Hmm. How the heck? Wait, what was I looking for? I was. Huh? That's odd. Well, I'm gonna go. It's literally midnight here. You do stream regularly, right? Yes, I do. I do. Okay, well, have a good night. Have a good rest. Oh, right, that's what I was looking for. I remember now. I remember. But I can't search. What a pain. So to find it, I just have to keep scrolling until I find it. That's annoying. Well, I'll draw an eye in the meantime. Do other people give you a hard time when they don't do any art themselves? I don't. Do other people give you a hard time when they don't do art themselves? I don't really know what you mean by that. What do you mean, like do they do other people harass me when they don't do art themselves or something like that? Mm, yeah, I don't. I mean, no, if that's the question, but I don't really know what the question is. I do not comprehend. You're back? Welcome back. Welcome back, Miku. Dennis, what do you think about Hideo Kojima? He's probably one of the funniest person I know. He's a character, a very interesting character. What I think about him? I mean, yeah, I don't really have much. I mean, he's interesting. He's a comedic person, yeah. By the way, do you have a manga IRL? Nope, I do not. One day I may, though. If you'd want to see live posted the flowing hair on the community. Oh, if you want to see it. Right, I'll have to check it out after the stream. I can't check it out on my yeah, like I need my phone to check it out, but I'm recording on my phone, so I will have to have check it out after. At least I'll try to remember to check it out. I check the community tab, once in a while. And by once in a while I mean like once every day probably, so I'll most likely check it. Or try to check it once every day, if I remember. Mm. How do you feel? Like, do you feel that way sometimes? Yeah, like, could you explain exactly like what you're like? Yeah, Chris, could you explain exactly what you mean by like? Could you elaborate more on what you're saying? Because like, I don't really understand what you're saying. Like, I don't understand it. I guess I need it to be explained in a different way. Do other people give you a hard time when they don't do any art themselves? Yeah, I don't really know what that means. Dennis, I can't do it anymore. We need music back. You could put music on a separate tab. Yes, but Dennis, you singing do do is it credible? Eh, can't. It will make my if I did that, it would make my what's it called? It'd make my voice quality too bad. Manga changed my life with their deep stories, not gonna lie. They are very nice. I mean, in a certain way, anime has changed my life in the way that I draw. Obviously, if anime didn't exist, I wouldn't be drawing in this way in the first place. So yeah, I kind of agree. Do you ever draw backgrounds or not? Not really, but I've done a background yesterday, something like that, right here. It actually turned out way better than I thought it would turn out. It was fun. It was fun. So which of the sketches you just made would you consider decent? I can say all of them are decent for me, but it's up to you to decide. This one is the most decent. These two are decent. This one is kind of messy. It could have been better. The proportions could have been like for the foreshortening. I think I messed up a little bit too much on the torso. It's a little bit too elongated, so it kind of like it looks like her torso is long, which is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be shorter. So I'd say that this one is like, it's okay. It's decent, right? But I would say that this one is actually good. It's like a good sketch. I would consider that one a good sketch. This one's like decent. It's okay. It has a good idea. I think a decent sketch is like it has a good idea and it's executed okay. Not the best, not the worst. This sketch is also decent. It could be good. This could have been a good sketch, but the neck right here, it's a little bit too long and too forward, right? So I'd like to like I would have liked to push this neck a little bit back and down. So like just shorten it by like so like I guess like this area, I'd like to remove like this area of the neck. It looks like she has a choker now. But yeah, this like area that has a choker, I would have liked to just like delete that part. But yeah, these two are like I like these two. You should draw the deepest and prettiest view to draw next time. You should try to draw the deepest and prettiest view to draw next time. Maybe. Probably not actually. I don't draw backgrounds a lot, but when I do, I'll try to make them pretty. I want to make it at least interesting. Backgrounds aren't that interesting. Yeah, I'm just more interested in people. Unfortunate. Like there are some backgrounds that are interesting. So, uh, when I am interested in drawing backgrounds, I'll look at like some artists that actually inspire me, and they do some cool backgrounds. How's the drawing been going for you right now? It's been going cool. I mean, this drawing has been fun. chill. It's been relaxed. This drawing has turned out decent. Anime is my dream safe zone. It is quite relaxing, yeah. And a lot of people do find comfort in anime, so yeah, fair enough. Makes sense, makes sense. Hello, Sin. Welcome to the stream. Sin's Cry. Hope your day's been going well, Sin's Cry. How's the drawing so good? I just started with the eyes. I'm kind of stuck, I guess. I should I should just start with the eyes. I should just start with the eyes. Yes, I'm kind of stuck, I guess. Hmm. Starting I don't try to start with I started this drawing from the eyes. I don't try to. Usually it turns out wonky. The face turns out wonky. And to be honest, that face probably would have turned out wonky if it was like an entire face. But because I've hidden most of the face with the hair, and this other part of the face is like hidden by this body, it's passable. Here it gives me the taste of professionalism. Uh, well, that's interesting because there is simply no professionalism here. One day I'll be professional though. Hopefully soon. Anyway, great angles. Do you draw comics? No, I don't. I I maybe eventually, but not right now. I draw no comics. I'm an illustrator. Single illustrations are what I do, at least right now. It was like, bro, I was playing Minecraft and I was underwater, so I placed a door. When I went to door, it didn't have an air socket, so I tried. Yeah, if you're on Bedrock, the door becomes waterlocked. You can't really use that trick. It only works like that on Java Edition. I thought you feel pro with these shaping techniques. Well, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get professional. One day, one day. Alrighty, this guy's done. He's a chill guy. He's a chill dude. When I tried to study art from copying it, my art style changed really quickly. But now I need to do that again, but I'm lazy right now. Oh, do it whenever you feel like you wanna. It's not really any rush. Hello, Hello, Jez. How's your day going? How do you make smaller and less detailed faces look good? Um, how do you make smaller and more detailed faces and less detailed faces look good? Well, I guess you just have to master making things that aren't that. I mean, something that's simple doesn't look bad. It's just simpler. To make something that's simple look good, you have to just execute it really well. Have good line art, have good shading, or have good whatever the technique you are using to draw the face in. Just well, you'd have to get better at that. When you draw simpler, it's purely down like yeah, you don't really have the you don't have how to call it. Yeah, when you're drawing simply, you don't have the leeway to just make a to like add a bunch of details and kind of pretend that it's like technically good. You have to just be good at whatever you're doing. So you have to improve your line art, your line confidence, your shading, your construction. It becomes that type of thing. Hello, Chicken Nugget. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Pano Senpai. Hello, after a long time. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while since I've seen Saul as well. I haven't seen Saul in in a long time as well. I don't know why, but I think you and Saul were in the stream at the same time, or like around the same times. Hopefully your day is going well though, Panos. I was super busy. It be like that. Love your streams. They're so chill. Thank you. I'm glad that you like my streams. That you like my content. I'm glad that you like my content. Bringing this arm in over here. I feel so guilty because of thinking if I said something bad and odd, I don't want to be hurting someone. Um, yeah, I don't think you should live your life like that. I think that'll be a very painful way to live your life. So, I mean, look, as long as you don't intend harm, if you truly do earnestly want to just communicate without intending harm, I think that's the best you can try to strive for. When you're talking, when you're talking to someone, they can take offense at anything. That's just how people are. So, just try not I mean, yeah, as long as your intention is not to be offensive, that's really all you should aim for. But I'm happy to be here. Again, you are so kind and it's pretty chill here. Well, thank you. Yeah, there's no music anymore, so it's kind of really, really quiet. Which I would prefer if there was music, but unfortunately, there is none. Yeah, just have good intentions when you're talking to someone. That's really all you need. It's okay to say something odd. Just like as long as I don't know, you don't intend it to be like harmful or something. I kind of feel bad at communicating with people. I'm really bad at trying to get what people actually want me to say. Yeah, but that's your problem, you see. You're trying to do what people want you to do, but are you doing what you want to do? Your life is going to turn into hell if you only care about what other people are like want you to do. If you think that your life will be easy just by making other people happy, then maybe it will be an easy life, but you won't really be happy. It'll be the type of life where your mood is entirely dependent on other people, where your mood will be like swaying in one direction 1 second and then the other direction the next second, purely based on the whims of other people. And I don't think that's a life you want to have. Maybe it is, but I recommend I recommend not doing that. Say things that you want to say. I have social anxiety. Yeah, well, it'd be pretty difficult. Of course, what I'm saying is easier said than done. I'm not saying this as if it's, like, easy, especially with someone who's, like, more of a shy person or with social anxiety or something like that, but and, there's a difference between speaking what you want like, saying what you wanna say and saying something that's, like, harmful on purpose for the intent of, like, harming someone else. There's a difference there. Being mean for the sake of being mean just because you wanted to be mean is probably not the best way to go about your life. But also, being kind just for the sake of being kind and trying to do what the other person wants you to do is also probably not the best way to go about your life. I know that I should think of myself first to start talking, to people, but my communications are not good enough. Oh, yeah, I overthink a lot, and I have social anxiety too. Well, I guess that's something for you to work on. Of course, any type of work will take a while. Like, it's not gonna be solved overnight. It's not gonna be fixed. It's not easy. It takes a lot of thinking and I guess a lot of introspection. Although, I'm sure that one day you'll be able to master that. Given you given you earnestly try, you know. Make sure you're not tricking yourself into thinking that you're trying when you're really not, because that is a thing that people can do. Thanks, man. I feel more comfortable. Well, I'm glad you feel more comfortable. Do 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 do. Mhm. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 ch, do, do, ch, do, ch, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 ch, ch, do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Do you listen to any songs while drawing right now? Nah. Well, I do, but not on stream. I don't have any, you know, I can't listen to music on stream because, well, copyright and also background music is being blocked anyway. So even if I did want to play songs, it just wouldn't work. But yeah, I usually do listen to songs when I'm drawing. It's quite relaxing and fun. You know what's your greatest friend and your greatest enemy? It's your own mind because it's influenced very fast. A great example is listening to sad music when you're sad because it will make you more sad. Huh. Yeah. Some people listen to I mean, yeah, when some people listen to sad music when they're sad, it makes them more sad. When some people listen to sad music when they're sad, it comforts them. And when a happy person listens to sad music, it may just relax them. The effects that sad music has on some people is vastly different than the effect it has on other people. Um Yeah, like I think I listen to like there are some sad songs that I listen to, but it doesn't really make me sad. well, it's not like I was more like sad when I listened to them in the first place. So I guess it wouldn't fit the description that that you're saying. But yeah, I find sad music or just I try music in general to be comforting or relaxing. Maybe that's the better word. Relaxing rather than comforting. But to be relaxed is kind of comforting in and of itself. So maybe it is like comforting in a roundabout way. But yeah, I mean, if you know that when you listen to sad music, it'll make you more sad, then probably don't listen to sad music. Especially when you're already sad. Doesn't sound like the most intuitive thing to do. Daughter of the sun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 da, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I know. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That wing looks sick. Thank you. It's actually the same character from over here. Same character. Well, I do listen. Well, I do, but if I'm sad and if I'm sad and I can't cry, I listen to sad music so I can let let the emotions out. Huh, I see, interesting. What are your opinions about gore art? Um, I mean, it exists. I don't really have much opinions on it. If you're asking like if I like it or if I don't like it, I wouldn't say that I like it, but I wouldn't say that I don't like it either. I don't really have an opinion on it. Like, I wouldn't say I hate it, I guess that's probably what I'm trying to say. It doesn't disturb like, yeah, I don't have really much of a reaction to it. It doesn't disturb me, but also I'm just not interested in it, like, at all. Hello, Hydra. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Although I would say it is impressive, like the knowledge of the human, like of human anatomy. It would take a lot of knowledge. So I would say that at the very least, I do respect the knowledge that it takes to do that. Assuming it's done in like a way that is like accurate, you know? I suppose. Do you know Higurashi? It is so peak. That's like what's the full name of it? I have heard of the name of that. It's an anime. I think it's like a visual novel as well. I've heard of it. I haven't watched it though. I I heard it's really good. It's like a visual novel, multiple endings. By the way, how do anime adaptations even adapt visual novels? I know Steins Gate is kind of a visual novel, but like, how do you actually adapt that? You know, because like if there's multiple routes, then how do you do that? Anyone else here listens to Epic the Musical? I have listened to Epic the Musical. My favorite song is Ruthlessness. Or maybe it's The Underworld, but I think it's either Ruthlessness or The Underworld. Sometimes the macabre can be fascinating. Gore art can explore this without hurting any real people or animals. I mean, yeah, for sure. It is for sure better than than real people. Yeah, real animals. Yeah, I find it impressive. Assuming it's done in an anatomically accurate way. Do you know Steins Gate? Oh, yeah, well, of course. Steins Gate. It's funny. Every time I mention my favorite anime, I never like my favorite animes. I never actually include Steins Gate, but Steins Gate is actually a really good anime. It has to be like top 10. I was like, yeah, it was phenomenal. Even Steins Gate Zero was okay. It was good. It was decent. I would say it's obviously a downgrade, like in terms of the writing quality from Steins Gate, like the first one, the actual original. but I would say that it like fills in a lot of the blanks in original Steins Gate. I guess like it explores different areas that weren't explored, and I found it thoroughly like enjoyable. Both Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero. So yeah, Steins Gate is great. Steins Gate is my favorite, bro. Nice. Yeah, it's amazing. That dude, by the way, is really nicely drawn. The creepy face is expressive and talks to your soul. Thank you. It's something. He's a he's fine, honestly. I'd be friend. No, I would not be friends with this guy. This guy looks like he's on all of the drugs all at once. But yeah, thank you very much. For me, it's probably Puppeteer. Ah, right. Yeah, Puppeteer is a good song. Yeah, that's in the that's Cersei's song. Hello, Booby Bomb. A Boogie Bomb. Boogie Bomb. I don't know why I said I heard I saw Booby Bomb, but no, it's Boogie Bomb. Like I thought it was like Booby Trap, but no. Any tips on how to draw hair? For the most part. Hold on, give me 1 second. I would say that when drawing hair, eh, focusing on the broad. Let's see. Wait, let me figure out what character this is. Okay, yeah, sure. So when drawing hair, I kind of just imagine it as like very basic shapes, like squares. Like you see this, like this shape right here. It's kind of like a square. If you can see, I hope you can see. But we have like a square. I just mix in like squares, triangles, squares and triangles. Depends what type of hair it is, right? Like for the bangs, I tend to go for more of a triangular shape language, but also I could like start and also like I have an idea of where they should be originating from. Like they should be originating from like some sort of center point where they all like sprout from. Thank you, Mr. Creeper or Mick Creeper for donating $10. Thank you for the $10. I told you, man, the devil. What? Thank you for donating. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. Um, how's your day going? Hopefully your day's going well, Miss Mick Creeper or M Creeper actually, not Mr. Creeper. Hello, R Scale. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? I like Steins Gate Zero only for the green-haired scientist girl slash Kirsty's colleague. Yes, it's the oh geez, what is her name? I knew her name. Nah, can't. Does it start with an H? Mm-mm. No. All I know is that Okabe calls her Lilliputian or something like that. Maho something. Ah, yes, actually. Not, yeah, well, I do remember that. It kind of clicks. Yeah, no, she's a cool character. Yes, I love Steins Gate. Yeah, and Steins Gate Zero was really it did explore a lot of interesting things. So that the original didn't like explore. Although I would say like some red herrings were like a little bit like it felt a little bit cheap and some things didn't make total sense. So mm, yeah, it's still like really good though. Yeah, it's still pretty good. If you like Steins Gate, you probably would like Steins Gate Zero. Just not as much. Like there would be some parts of it that is a little bit unsatisfying. Although I would say that the ending part of Steins Gate Zero is like the high point. Like I think both Steins Gate original and the Steins Gate Zero has like very good like and I think they're the climaxes of them are like pretty solid. Which one do I like more? I probably like the original one, like the ending part. I would say, yeah, I think the ending part of both of them are like very solid. Yes, sir, I like the entirety of Steins Gate only if I could play the light novels. Yeah, that makes sense. Trying to fit different routes into one anime might be a little bit tricky and might lead to some problems. I do also like film. I also do like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I feel like they're like those two, like Steins Gate and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood are like are classics that I probably should name when I'm naming like my favorite anime. Actually, I do like Steins Gate more than Full Metal Alchemist. Probably like I'd probably put Steins Gate above Full Metal Alchemist because I just like time travel stuff. I like that more. But Steins Gate was, I mean, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was really good too. The longest name meme, lol. What, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? It is a very long name, yeah. FMAB. FMAB. Still shorter than some light novel titles for isekai. I got reincarnated into another world as a vending machine. I think I want to shrink this head a little bit, but eh. To shrink the head, I could just grow the body a little bit larger, but can I do that without it looking strange? Probably not. Like, I could bring that there. Like, that kind of looks a little bit better, and then put that there. Yeah, okay, I guess that looks a bit better. I've been watching this anime about heliocentrism. Is it orb on the movements of the Earth or something like that? Isekai is never running out of ideas. Well, nah, it's not. Orb on the movement. I think it's orb on the movements of the Earth or something like that. Not me wanting to sing for no reason. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, I've heard that anime is good, and I actually do plan to watch it. It is like on my list of things to watch. Right now, I'm watching To Your Eternity, which is like really a very solid anime. I'm on second season. I'm like halfway through it, I think. But yeah, very very solid anime. Orb is good. Yeah, so I've heard. All right, I've done some hair. I've done like the basic outline for hair. So let me just try and finish it. Let me finish this head. Let me see if I can. It'll probably be something like that. This is because I can't talk about anime. It be like that. I was discussing with my cousin about it on Tuesday, and I told him I think it's one of the greatest pieces of animation. I mean, Yeah, that makes sense. I say it makes sense. Due to the praise I've heard about it, it makes sense. Best thing about it is, in my opinion, how realistic the characters feel and act. I'm sure you'll like it. Yeah, yeah, I probably will. I might watch it after To Your Eternity, but I'm not sure. I don't do I finish yeah, I have so many anime on my to watch list. One day I'll get to it. Maybe soon, maybe not. I post my art, but it gets no likes. Then AI post gets 1 million likes. Um, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. That's why, for the most part, even though it is kind of annoying to like for something that you don't respect to like get more likes than you. Yeah, no, that's all I can say actually. What I was gonna say was obvious, so I won't state the obvious. It's only 26 episodes, so compared to other shows out there, true. That is true. Not too long at all. By the way, did the story finish? Like, is the story finished? But like by the 26th episode, or is there more? Hello, Chocolate Flan. Do you think that people are being unfair by piking men's side most of the side, even if they're wrong? What? What do you mean by that? Oh, no, it's done. That's it. Okay. Well, yeah. I've done. I might actually watch it if it's just a finish. If it's a finished complete thing. Like no season two is coming. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll probably will watch it then. You draw so big. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think people are yeah, I genuinely don't understand what you're saying. Sorry. What else is on your to watch list? Let's see. I have Fate. I have the Fate series. I have the Fate series. I have Monster. I have Evangelion. Oh boy, it comes down to the probably Call of the Night. I have to yeah, I want to watch that. What's some other anime that came out that I want to watch? It's a pretty long list. I don't have the list on hand. Fate Tier Tragedy. I guess yeah, or Orb on yeah, Orb also. Like obviously. There's another show. If I look around, will something jog my memory? I don't think so. I need to finish Monogatari. Monster. Yeah, probably like Pluto. There's another show that came out which is like Pluto. I want to watch Pluto. Um, man's collecting peak. Yeah, eventually I'll work my way around to a bunch of anime. Oh yeah, Fully Cooley. FLCL. I want to watch that. Is there another trigger? I think I'm gonna watch Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill also. It's like there's some trigger shows that I want to watch. Ranking of Kings. I also want to watch Ranking of Kings. I don't know what that's. Well, yeah, I started watching it, but I stopped watching it, so I want to get back to watching that. Hello, Nia. By the way, welcome back. I meant like if men do something bad, like dumbing girls, dumbing girl dump like hold on, like dumbing girls they did like dumping girls they dated. They only pick men's side and say because girls are annoying. Um, if you're saying that some people are biased towards like one gender or the other gender, then yeah, that's just how like people are. People are biased. Like creatures are. I mean, people are just biased creatures. That's just how humans are. Do I think it's unfair? Um, Fair. Yeah, I mean, I suppose like having a bias against anything is unfair in a technical sense. So yeah, I would say yeah, it's unfair. Kind of like kind of like how it's kind of unfair. Like it's unfair to like chocolate ice cream to like only pick like to always pick vanilla ice cream because you like vanilla ice cream more. In a certain way, like in a certain way, you can call that unfair because you're biased. You're leaning towards one side or the other. So it's not like a fair choice, if that makes sense. I mean, I suppose, yeah. Um, what what I always misheard was in Warrior of the Mind, I heard, "Well done, you lied to me." I heard, "Well done, you lied to me, what's your name?" And it's actually, "Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?" Yeah, I mean, a lot of people heard it like that. I think I heard it like that too. Um, how do you sort which to watch? Oh, you're not asking me. You're asking Miku. It's fair because it's food? N no, like, in a technical sense, it's not fair because, like, you say it's fair, but it's not a fair choice. Like, you like one of them over the other, and you're leaning one way or the other. The decision is not a fair decision, you're definitely leaning on one. But, like, that's just how people are just biased. That's how they are. And if what you're trying to say if what you're trying to say is, it's okay to be biased, like, towards, like, inanimate objects because there's no actual real feelings involved, like, you're not hurting anyone, like, you're not hurting the food because the food doesn't have feelings, so it doesn't really matter if you're biased. If that's what you're saying, then yeah, I guess that makes sense. Is it unfair to, like, pick a certain group of people over another certain group of people because you like one group of people more? Yes. Is that what people do already? Yes. Whether it's between fandoms, yeah, like, people pick fandoms, like, people are biased towards one fandom or the other. They're it's just like, that's how people are. People are tribalistic in nature. It's eh. Do you have dyslexia? I don't have dyslexia, no. I just skim over a lot of words. I skim over a lot of things, especially in, like, messages where the messages are like I don't know. Yeah, when it comes to comments specifically, I definitely don't take my time when I read them. I skim over them, and so I may mess up some things. But no, I don't have dyslexia. Do you know Soul Eater? Yeah, I know Soul Eater. I haven't watched that, but maybe. Yeah, actually, I should probably put that on my to watch list as well. Also, Fire Force. I want to watch Fire Force as well too. Hello, Super Games. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hopefully, your day is going well. I found this in my recommendations. Huh. Oh, I see. Well, welcome to the stream. You can take your time reading. No one will rush you. Yeah, but, like, I'm rushing myself. For the most part, I do want to, like, there's a certain amount of drawings I would like to do on stream, or, like, just I would like to finish my drawings, and so when I'm reading a comment, I can't exactly, like, read and draw at the same time. So what I tend to do is I speed read on the left, and then I go back over here and I start drawing. So like, yeah. And then I try to respond while drawing, unless it's like a really complicated question or something like that, like a complicated message. Father, I'm here. Not your father, but hello, Steph. How's your day going? Yeah, I'm not rushing for the sake of, like, the people watching the stream. I'm rushing for the sake of, I guess, myself. Should speed draw instead. I mean, I tried that as well. Everything is for the sake of speed. Fastest trick boy. Yes. Yes, indeed. No, actually, like that. Okay, I kind of want her to have her arms crossed. So I'll try to change the positioning of the arm to be like this. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty messy pose though, just in general. I won't really be able to fix that. You sort them by a spinning wheel. The underside of the head is a very difficult thing to draw, or mainly because I just have never drawn it before, so it actually doesn't look too complicated, but it will definitely be difficult since I haven't drawn it. So like if if I've never started drawing, but I want to right now, where should I start? Hello, Neon Ninja. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Um, if you're trying to learn drawing and you've never drawn before, you should start where you start drawing what you want to draw. Like, I mean, like where you should start is start with your interests. If you're trying to like figure out like what techniques you should start to learn first, I would say start learning construction. Construction being learn how to represent different items or objects or like body parts, whatever it is, using 3D shapes at like a cube or a cylinder, because the world is essentially only made up of like if you really want to simplify the world, it's made up of cubes and cylinders and spheres. So master those objects. Well, actually, no. Don't master them. You don't need to master them. You don't need to draw them specifically. But learn how to represent objects that you see using 3D shapes. So don't just draw the shapes for the shape. Don't just draw the shapes for the sake of drawing the shapes. Draw it so you can like draw it in relation to other objects. So let's say you have a camera, right? If you have a camera, like just draw it with very simple, like as in like the object of camera. If you're trying to draw like a camera, you can like imagine that a camera is like kind of a cube or a box, and then it's like a cylinder on the front, which is like the lens area. So a camera would kind of look like this, sorta. Drawing is about simplifying these things, and then like using these shapes to simplify an object, and then representing them on on a 2D piece of paper. Of course, cameras are not like this simple. I actually don't really know. I don't have a reference on a camera right now, so I'm not able to draw the best camera, but you know what I'm saying. Choose one. Never draw and eat food. Never draw and eat food, or draw and never eat. I'd say draw and never eat. Well, no, I'd say I'd eat and never draw because I like to live. Living is cool. Drawing is not my entire life. I mean, even though okay, right now drawing is kind of like my entire life, but there are other things other than drawing. If I can't draw anymore, I'll just find something else that I'll just find something else. It's fine. Never draw because I can sculpt. Oh, fair enough. Well, fair enough. Do you have any tips for becoming a streamer? Not really. All I do is record. I don't really have anything fancy going on. So I don't necessarily have any tips for becoming a streamer. All I'm doing is I have my phone, I have it on a tripod, I have it leaning over my desk, and I'm just recording with like I'm recording using like no fancy software. I'm just recording directly to YouTube using YouTube's own like live feature. That's about it. Okay. Next, choose one. Never give no. No. No, no, sloth. No, bad. Bad sloth. Bad sloth. What the heck is that? What do you what? Okay, whatever. Okay, my pen is gone. Let me just get that back real quick. Um Alrighty. Sloth, why would you do this to me? I trusted you. I trusted you with my life, and this is what you do? At least I trusted you with my sanity. Isn't this song? Yes, it's the Rickroll. I was gonna sing it, but then don't want to get copyright struck. Joking. I'm not that good at singing. My God, draw a Rickroll? I don't think I will. Alrighty. Yeah, this page is basically done. What would you do if you can't do your hobbies like they never existed? I'd find other hobbies. The world is filled with many things to do. It's not like there's only one possibility. I'd look around for other hobbies. I'm not such a stiff person that I could only have one hobby, or I'm not such a stiff person that if I lose all my hobbies, I couldn't just find another one. Although I am kind of a stiff person in the fact that like if I still have my hobbies, I'm not really interested in acquiring any other hobbies. Like I'm quite content with only doing art. Wait a minute, why is there a camera filming a girl in a sus pose? Um, well, I'll drag a camera. Look, even if this camera was trying to film the girl, it's like clearly doing a bad job at it. Like if we're trying to film the sus pose, it should be pointed like hair and not hair. Also, can a woman not lay down? Like what is this? Like she's just chilling there. It's not even that sus. Is what I say. It's what I say, of course. But it'd be like that sometimes. Having hobbies makes you more into living. Yeah, it's just filming the back of her head. I don't know why it's so interested in the back of her head. Maybe there's something there. Maybe right here maybe like she has a bald spot on the back of her head. The camera will shoot her. Oh no. Yeah, having hobbies makes you more into living. Um, yeah, that's true. For the most part, I mean, hobbies are one of the ways that you can like have meaning to your life in a sort of way. Basically, you look forward to your hobbies, and I define like people having meaning in their lives. Like, yeah, if a person has meaning in their life, they're looking forward to something. So hobbies can essentially be the meaning to someone's lives. Kind of like sort of in a sort of way. Like if you're an artist and you look forward to drawing every day, and like that's why you're like excited to live your life. If you had nothing that you were looking forward to, you wouldn't like, yeah, if you were looking forward to literally nothing, I don't think you'd do anything. And so hobbies are essentially, I think that hobbies and the meaning of life is kind of very closely connected. Is there a way that you can have no hobbies yet still have meaning? What do you mean by a hobby though? What am I meaning by a hobby? Perhaps a hobby is a thing that you do that you enjoy, and a thing that you do that you enjoy. Basically, if you don't enjoy anything, are you gonna like? I guess you can't call like living your life a hobby. Like you can't just call living a hobby. Like if a person just wants to live, if that's what they're looking forward to, that's not necessarily a hobby because it's not an action. Why not? My gut instinct is to kind of like you could call living a hobby, maybe, but maybe not. Living for the sake of living? Hmm. Alrighty, new pose. I'm trying to find a hobby. I do a lot of things, but I don't know. I can't find anything except gaming and drawing that really interests me. But those are your hobbies. You're trying to find another hobby. If you're trying to find another hobby, I mean, I'm sure you can, but you have hobbies. They're drawing and gaming. I mean, let's say if I think your hobbies would be kind of closely like if you like drawing, you probably like things. You like things or people or like a, a hobby would maybe be like going to different places, like traveling maybe. Like I feel like if you can't create art, then a hobby would be like looking at art or like collecting art or it'd be something like going to different places, seeing things that are beautiful, you know. Traveling can traveling be a hobby? I mean, yeah, I think so. I'd be lucky to be a human because I could be a fly too. I suppose you could. Had the sketchbook land on the desk with enough force to shake the camera, yet the action was completely soundless. Um, yeah, YouTube has really, really intense sound canceling, I guess. Any idea if draw a box is a good practice tool? Any idea? I mean, I think you should draw a box in relation to like draw a box so you can draw a body on top of it. Don't just draw like you could practice just drawing boxes, but I would recommend like it's quite a dry exercise. So I would say draw boxes in relation to like bodies. Try to look at references and try and simplify them into boxes, something like that, rather than just drawing boxes for the sake of drawing boxes. If you can't understand like how boxes work, then I would say yeah, maybe draw some boxes. So like to understand how you can do a low angle perspective on a box, like this one, okay, and like on a high angle perspective on a box. But if you know how to draw boxes, if you have if you have grasped how to draw boxes, you don't need to practice boxes anymore. You don't need to make boxes perfect. Your boxes only exist for the sake of drawing like other things using boxes, right? Just to give you a good idea of perspective and like the angle. Do your supplies really matter? No, I have a normal ballpoint pen. It's not a very expensive pen. It's like a six. I got 24 of these pens for $6. Each of these pens are less than a dollar. So yeah, no, you don't need any expensive tools. You don't need anything. Yeah, I used to draw on just like loose paper, like printer paper, basically, and that was good enough. I think like I could draw on print. I could draw on printer paper now. I don't, but I could. It doesn't really matter. Date the box. Draw a box is an online class. Draw a box is an online class. Well, I don't know what Drawbox is then. I can't really give any opinions on it because I don't know what that is. Yeah, what is it then? Didn't you miss anything? I don't think so. I skipped over the learning boxes part of drawing in the beginning. I went straight into bodies, but I want to draw better perspective, so I was thinking it might be helpful. Um, yeah, I did the same thing too, but then I've come back to drawing boxes eventually. Boxes do help, though boxes are pretty stiff if you're trying to do perfect boxes. So find a way to make boxes dynamic. I think that's a good like exercise. Boxes are more easier to imagine, yes, in 3D space. I really want to eat sweet things. Interesting. How do I draw a dynamic box again? I think just being loose with the box is fine. You can make a dynamic box if you're just not like concerned if you're just not concerned about like making it perfect. Like this is a box, but it's quite like a lively box, I think. It's at least more lively than a it's more lively than a box that's like this, I suppose. One of these boxes has more energy than the other. I'd rather eat your masterpiece. Huh. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be an astronaut first. Oh wait, that's kind of basic, huh? But yeah, I wanted to be an astronaut. I thought space was really cool, so I wanted to go to space. Now I realize how terrifying space is. I don't really want to go to space. After that, I want to be a YouTuber. Well, huh. Funny how that works out. But then I realized, wait, being a YouTuber is kind of difficult. At least I thought it was difficult. It's way easier than I thought. Um, Maybe I think I want to be a pilot then after that, after I want to be an astronaut because I thought planes were cool. Then I want to be a bird, but that can't really work out now, can it? So, I settled for the boring option of being an artist. Just kidding. I would not prefer it any other way. I want to be Batman when I was a kid. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, who didn't want to be a superhero? In fact, who doesn't want to have powers or like gadgets or cool? Like that's kind of cool. You're cool. You're fine. You're well. Thank you. So I just picked up a pencil and my drawing looks like a messed up Jabba the Hutt. Well, hey, at least it looks like something, right? Better looking like something than nothing. It's probably better to be something than to be nothing. After all, you can't really be nothing. Does nothing even exist? Nah, because then it would be something. Would you rather draw a devil or an angel? If well, I could think about it like in the anime terms of drawing a devil and angel, which like I think horns are cool, so I'd like draw a devil. In like the biblical sense, I think like a biblically accurate angel is like really cool, but also it's like really annoying to draw because like there's so many details. Um, so in both cases, I just draw a devil. Although I do like angel wings, like I like bird wings more. Um, I think bird wings are cool. I like the layering of the feathers. That's really the thing that makes it cool to me. Angels are nostalgic and devils are cool to me. Yeah, devils are cooler in a sort of like well, in a certain sense, you can consider them cooler than angels. There are also other senses that you probably could consider an angel cooler, but I don't know. No, I'm not I'm not like really brushed up well. I haven't brushed up well on on religious like lore, I guess. That's what you call it? I don't know. So I don't really know much about like angels, but I heard that they can do like cool stuff. But I think horns just look cooler. Horns are like hard. Angel wings are like soft. What's even a halo? What are halos? I mean, are the halos on angels supposed to represent like the wing, like the rings going around like an angel? Is that what it's supposed to be? It might not be, but like I mean that's an interesting thought, I guess. Do Halos like is Halos even a biblical thing? Like, do Halos even really exist, or is that just something that like just popped up in like pop culture, and then we just like associated that with angels or something? Yes, the halos on the head is supposed to represent the ring, because that's yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that is cool. Yeah, I never thought about why like angels even have halos in the first place. I mean, in the end, it's just like they have it because it's interesting, or it happens. They have it because it like represents something. Like I guess that's like the most basic answer, but like I never actually truly thought about like I guess why like human looking angels are like represented with like halos. So yeah, I mean that is cool. More drawing, more viewers, maybe. More drawing, more viewer. Wait, what? I'm confused. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, so what is your favorite drink? Mine's Bailey's. I don't know. Hello, Rex. Hello, Sir Bowles. How have you been? Hello, Mr. Rex. Mr. Rex, sir. I've been good. Hopefully your day's been well. It's been good as well. I think halos are like divine. Yeah, but like, why? You know, like, like you could say they're divine, but like, I don't know. I need like a reason. Like, do they represent something? Like the circle of life? Well, like, what do they what do they represent? The fact that everything like loops around to being one. Oh, what does it mean? I don't know. It's probably just something to look cool artistically when you're like talking about it, or when you're drawing it. Probably it's probably just something to look cool when when you're thinking about it or something. In the end, the character designs for angels though, they're interesting. I like horns more. I think they look cooler. I think I just like spiky shapes. I just like spiky shapes more. Like I like fire. Like fire is cool. I like the look of fire more than I like the look of like water. Like this is a cooler shape to me than like something that's like all blobby and wobbly and stuff like that. Yeah, like I prefer the fire shape than this watery shape. So I'm gonna annoy you with a question. So today a kid asked me, "Is that anime?" at my drawing, and so my ADHD brain goes, "What makes anime anime?" I haven't stopped thinking about it. Um, is that anime? So I guess there's two ways you can answer the question. Is one, so first the person could be asking you, but okay, so what that person probably means is that the style in which anime is drawn? Which is like most likely yes. If you draw in like a manga, like an Eastern cartoon style, then yes, it's anime. What makes anime anime? Anime is animation. So you can like like you wouldn't call a manga anime, right? Even though they have like the same like the same like facial structure, they have the same like way that they express stuff. Anime is moving, manga is not moving. So if you want to be more technical, you could say it's more like a manga style. And you'd say manga, and in general, manga is just like a Eastern comic, right? It's just like a comic from Japan, essentially. Um, so manga and anime is like animation from Japan. It's like just it's Japanese cartoons. Or maybe if you don't want to say cartoons, it's just like Japanese animated media. So I mean, what makes anime anime? The fact that it's well, if you just want to know if you're just talking about the style, then it is It's like like what? Yeah, if you're just talking about the style, is it's more like a manga. Anime is like moving, and manga is stationary, but they're both like a Japanese Eastern style of cartoon. But if you've seen anime, like there are some anime that don't look like anime. Like for instance, Monster. Monster is an anime, but Monster doesn't have that like distinctive like big expressive faces or like like big expressive eyes. It's like a more realistic style. So even in anime, there's like different styles. So basically, the only thing that makes anime anime is it's animated from Japan. Like from the East. Yeah, from Japan is basically what makes anime anime. Yeah, so like you can say, but like, yeah, no, I got a feeling you are going to overthink the question as much as I did. No, I don't think so. Basically, anime, simply put, is animation from Japan. That's what anime is. That's it. You live in America? I do, yes. Um, because because there's anime called like there's like Monster. Monster's an anime. Monster doesn't have big expressive eyes. Monster has very tiny, non-expressive eyes. But Monster's still an anime. And then you look at like Demon Slayer, that's also an anime. Um, and then you look at like I forgot what that thing is, but whatever. Anime isn't actually about the style, it's about well, the fact like its location it's more so about the location. The person that was asking you is that anime is actually not asking you is that made in Japan? Is that like animation from Japan? They're just asking you about like the style. So like more of like a manga style. In that case, yes, it also is anime in that sense. But in a technical sense, no, it's not anime. So technically, no. But you're drawing in like an anime style. You know, you can say something like that. You're drawing in like a manga style, in like a Japanese style, but it's not technically anime. Yeah. Hello, undecided blocks. Welcome to the stream. I was thinking that anime is a medium because of the many different types and styles of anime. Yeah, it's more just the fact. Yeah, there's many different types of anime and like styles that are there. It's mainly about the geological location, I think. Or if you think that anime is the style, like anime is the because nowadays I think people like consider anime just the style, like the big eyes, the expression. Like so basically what you've seen is what you're witnessing is like a separation between definitions of anime. On one side we have the technical definition, on the other side we have like the it's like the definitions are changing. So what anime actually means probably now, like nowadays for the more common like yeah, for like the common way that's used is just the style. So in the way that that person was using it, yes, it is anime because they're just talking about the style, not the actual geographical location. They just are talking about like the big eyes, the stylized, well, human body. That's what they're talking about. So yeah, pick whichever one you want. If you want to go for a more technical aspect, then you can go for like the original geographical location definition, or you can go for the actual style definition. Yeah. When he said undecided Bloxy, I thought he said underside of Blacksu. I mean, I didn't say that, but I won't draw that on stream. But no, I'm joking. Yeah, no, I didn't say that. But I mean, it tracks. Like that is probably something I would say at some point. Good. I'm the one friend that asks random questions and makes other friends overthink it. I know when people have a dirty mind because once I typed mm, in a role play named Sonic.exe died because he didn't drink milk, so they think it's sus. But I meant cow's milk, so I changed the name, added cow's milk. When are you going to do a left ankle reveal? Never. Folks, I'm gonna okay, goodbye, Venus. Have a good day. Yeah, your head is starting to hurt. Hopefully you have a good rest. Um, yeah, sorry, my brain cells are gone. It'd be like that sometimes. What's my phobia? I have a phobia of losing my memories, I suppose. Is that really a phobia? A phobia is a illogical fear of something, but I think the fear of losing your memories is quite a reasonable fear. You wouldn't say that someone has a phobia of, but you know what? Like the reason that's irrational Like, even if something is dangerous, like, you can have a phobia of, like, space, right? Like, space is dangerous. It for sure will kill you if you're just in space. But to have a phobia of space on Earth is kind of crazy because it's very difficult to actually die to space, especially for the average person. You're not going to go to space. So to have a phobia of space is illogical in the sense that you will not be able to reach space. I hate losing memories. Yeah, so I guess so basically the only thing that makes a phobia is how likely it is to happen. And I don't think it's so like how I don't actually know if losing my memories is a phobia or not. Again, I'm being technical. You're probably just asking like what's a thing that I'm afraid of, and in that case, it'd be like losing my memories. Like that's what I'm thinking about. I have th- thanatophobia, and yeah, so I assume thanatophobia is like Thanatos, like the god of death. So you're probably afraid of dying, and I don't know what the heck that other thing is. I'm scared to lose loved ones and I'm scared to hurt loved ones. Ah, well, well, I was wrong. Well, I guess thanatophobia is like the fear of losing loved ones to death. So it's kind of the same thing, kind of. Yeah, the fear of hurting loved ones. Interesting. I always thought phobias were just an intense fear of something, not an irrational fear. No, I think it literally is an irrational fear of something. Like someone who's like scared of sharks, like sure, the fear of sharks is like like that's okay, like that makes sense. Like sharks are kind of dangerous if you're in the situation for it to be dangerous. But do you live on the ocean? Do you live in water? Like are you on a boat? Probably not. You're like or maybe, but like if you're in like a city, it's like irrational to fear sharks because you're nowhere near sharks. So it'd be like a phobia. Do you like eating snacks while doing something? No, I don't. Like, unless I'm, like, watching something, if I'm, like, doing eating snacks while drawing, I feel like that makes me distracted. So I like to, like, eat something at one time and do something at the other time. Same mate. Oh, like losing my memory. Oh yeah, like you're also afraid of losing your memories? Yeah. It's rough. My phobia is failure. Is there actually is that actually like a name for that phobia? The fear of failure? Maybe. How are you guys? Yeah, anyways. Do you like eating snacks while doing stuff? I feel like that's just messy. I don't want to be messy. I don't want to make a mess. Underside of black suet. Yeah, actually, I probably have already drawn the underside of black suit. Like I've definitely done a low angle shot of black suit. So maybe this is my excuse to do it again. Would eat the food you hate for $1 million? Oh yeah, of course. It's $1 million. What food do you hate? I actually don't really have. I don't know. Is there a food that I hate? I don't really like coleslaw. If you know what that is. I don't. I actually don't know how common that is. Is that a common food? I think it's a common food, but maybe it's not. I would never eat eggplant. Yeah, I'm sure there's some there's got to be like some like vegetables I don't like squash. I don't really like squash, but I'd eat squash. Like I'd eat squash if I had to. Like for $1 million, yeah, sure. Do you like spicy foods? Yeah, I like spicy foods. I'm actually pretty tolerant to spice. Are you resting? Who me? No, I can't with spice. I die. Do you like horror games? I do. Yeah, horror games are cool. I don't really have any games that I don't enjoy, I suppose. Alrighty, let me. I couldn't decide on what I want to draw. You're officially in my comfort zone? Well, I'm glad you like my content. I'm glad you like my content. Okay, hold on. I don't really want to do a low angle shot. By the way, who am I going to draw? Pathos? Probably like Pathos, yeah. Hey, $1 million is still $1 million, right? You have a funny personality. Really? I think I have a boring personality, but if you think I have a funny personality, then yeah, I guess I'm happy. Would you be Spider-Man, but you'll have the burden of being Peter Parker? Guys, I don't think I don't want to have the burden of being Peter Parker. Come on. We know how the writers treat Peter Parker. I think I'm fine just how I am. Also, I don't want to be like I don't want to fight villains. That's the thing. Like I'm not. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do that. Can I not? Because I don't wanna. Do you know K and Y? Is that supposed to be commit? You know, Demon Slayer. Yeah, I know. I know Demon Slayer. Yeah. Do you know the game called Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit? No, I don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit is. I know what Five Nights at Freddy's is. Everyone knows what Five Nights at Freddy's is, but I don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit is. No. Um, I said I like horror games. Maybe like it would be what's a horror game that I like? Even though it's not necessary, like it says it's like labeled as a horror game. It's not really a horror game, but Slay the Princess. That was a really good game. So even though it's not a horror game, it was kind of listed as a horror game. So I'd say that. Is there a secret to drawing circles, or do I just suck? No, circles are just difficult to draw. Like a lot of people can't draw perfect circles. That like I can't draw a perfect circle. In fact, I think most people can't draw a perfect circle. Like I can do a kind of okay circle. And by okay, I mean like I can make a circle look kinda almost perfect, but it takes a lot and it'll be a messy circle. Circles are definitely difficult to draw. So the Princess is so cool. It is very cool. Paper Lily is a fun horror game. I've never heard of Paper Lily. Would you rather be in Berserk universe or Attack on Titan universe? If I were in the Attack on Titan universe, am I on pirate am I in the island? Am I in the walls? Or am I the 80% of the population? Cause cause not gonna lie, I don't want to be 80% of the population. Could I not? Am I with the 80% or am I with the island? Because when the word slay comes up, the only thing I can think of is slay. Slay. But no. No. I mean, I'm not saying slay the princess. I'm saying slay the princess. Um, I've never watched either of them. Ah, okay. Well, I'd rather be in Attack on Titan. No, maybe Berserk. No, but they're both bad. You know what? They're both pretty bad. I'd do Attack on Titan. I mean, yeah, just put me on Titan. I know at least the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. So are you using reference right now? Also, do you use reference to draw people? Yeah, I always use reference. I'm always trying to learn from like stuff. Although this, for the most part, I can't. There's a lot of references that I can't show because they're like NSFW or something like that. But yeah, I am using references. Anyone knows how to get over someone? Nope. Just takes time. I assume it's just time. After enough time, you'll get over someone. Is how that works. I'm there for 2 hours. I'm not even bored. It's been 2 hours already. Ugh, it has. Okay. Right. It's almost 3 hours. Actually, yeah. At the 3 hour mark, I'm probably gonna end the stream because I'm gonna make a video. I need to make a video. I've been meaning to make a video, and I've been not being able to make the video because I'm just the worst. I'm just the worst. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and make a video. I say the worst. I'm joking, but like, I'm the worst at like making videos on time. So I'll try. Would you be friends with with Joker or Griffin? Griffith. You mean Griffith? Um, yeah, I picked the Joker. I think. Yeah, I think I picked the Joker. I may die, but like even Harley Quinn's alive. She lives sometimes. So like I'd pick the Joker. Time. It's been 9 years. Do you have some tips for drawing perspective? I'd really just say like work on getting your shapes down well, and then relating the body into shapes. Because like that's basically how you draw perspective. Like imagine uh I have a video on drawing tips. Like if you go to my channel, if you go to my playlist, I have a playlist called Beginner's Guide to, and then you can go to my Beginner's Guide to drawing bodies. Oh no, 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 that's not it actually. I think it's like simple tips or something like that. I forgot. Anyways, if you go to my Beginner's Guide to playlist, I have some like I have like a cheat sheet. Like there's a video called like a beginner's like cheat sheet to drawing what's it called? Bodies. And then there's like another one which is like simple tips for yeah, simple tips for drawing or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. But I go over something like that. But basically it's like drawing to for perspective. Like you can see right here. Um it comes down to be able to represent the body with 3D shapes and then like understand how those shapes relate to each other. Like and things that are closer to the camera or point of view that you're drawing from are larger. Things that are farther away are smaller. So if we imagine that this up here is like a head, this head is like really small compared to like this. Hold on, compared to like the hips right here, which are like larger, and then let's say we have like the legs coming towards the camera. The legs are gonna grow even bigger. Oh, I finally run out of ink for this pen. But okay, this is a very butchered drawing, by the way. I could probably find another drawing. Make it one stream. Make what one stream? Oh, make the video on stream. I can't make the video on stream. That's not possible. Well, I mean, we have a high angle perspective right here. Essentially, like the reason that this perspective is even a high angle in the first place is because the head. You see how large the head is compared to the rib cage, and how like the rib cage is like bigger than this area of the body, and how the legs are like shrinking and it's getting smaller. So everything is getting smaller, but everything closer to the camera, bigger. Everything farther away, smaller. That's basically the general gist of like drawing low angle or drawing like perspective in general. If you look over here, we have other perspectives too. We have a low angle perspective here now, where it's like the crotch is like this hip area, like the crotch is large. The That's a crazy sentence. The thighs large, but everything else going up gets smaller and smaller. So same principle. Something farther away gets things farther away from the camera smaller. Things closer to the camera larger. Things that are close to the camera will block things that are farther away from the camera unless they're like see-through or transparent. If you could be friends with any fictional character, who would it be? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Anyways, I feel like I'm annoying, so I'll just go. You're not annoying, no. I don't know. I just get told that a lot. But you're not annoying, no. Be friends with a fictional character? I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I really, my mind is blank when it comes to that. Pensworth, you were a great soldier. Pensworth is gone. Pensworth has died. Love Teta so much. Yeah, she's a good design. Do you have any YouTuber recommendations to learn drawing? Not particularly. There are artists that I did learn to draw from, which is like Keenan Lafferty. I think I wrote his name over here. Yeah, this is his name, Keenan Lafferty. He has like a thing called like Artist Bootcamp, but I don't know. Like, you can check out like Mark Burnett or whatever his name is. I actually don't really know his name. Maybe Sam Does Arts has some videos on learning. I'm not too sure. A majority of my learning came from like references, so I don't have any like artist recommendations per se. But on YouTube, there's like an artist called like Keenan Lafferty, and I think he was pretty okay. He doesn't do YouTube anymore, but if you go to his playlist called like Art Bootcamp or something like that, I'm sure you can like find just look through the videos, click on the ones that are like interesting to you, and maybe you'll find something that is useful. Do you okay, my pen ink always finishes. Can you please help me about it? I don't think I can. I got Teton Freerin. Please, so good. Thank you. Do you have any yet read that already? I don't know why, but I feel like a dumbass. Well, maybe I was about to go to sleep and got very hungry, and now I'm just eating. I don't know. Yeah, Sam does arts does give tips. Well, yeah, maybe him. I like his art style, kinda. So, I'd like recommend. Yeah, I mean, look around. There's some like really cool artists out there. I don't really know any though, and I can't really help you with that. Okay, in about 10 minutes, it should be like 3 hours. It seems. Okay, let me see. You ever had a cat jump on your desk before? Nah, never had a cat before. Although, if I were to get a pet, I would get a cat. I, they seem chill and relaxed, if not a little bit of a, if not like some troublemakers. They're like pretty cool. I feel like my art style is too similar to my older sisters, so I'll probably try experimenting. Yeah, look at artists that inspires you and try and just take things from them. Basically, your art style is essentially already like a Frankenstein's monster of a bunch of things that you like. So look at more things, find more things you like, and try and incorporate them into your drawing. Basically, take from a bunch of artists, so it's like a unique thing. The thing that you get after that is unique. Um, I want to be a mangaka. I wish I could be one day. Well, you don't really have to wish. You can be one day. Although it is a lot of work. You have to be like built for that type of work. Yeah, no, you can. Line Sensei has very helpful body drawing tutorials. Oh, neat. Never heard of them though. But yeah, I'm sure that they do. And remember, if a tutorial doesn't work for you, I mean, different people like find different things helpful, like more helpful than other people. So some things are helpful for some people, and some things are not helpful for other people. So find something that's helpful for you. If something doesn't click for you, then find another one. People draw in all different types of ways. Not everyone can learn to draw the same way. Not every tutorial is useful for every single person. Cats are the most cutest annoying furball. Yeah, cats seem cool. Some people learn drawing anatomy with skeletons. True. They're doing it the hard way, I think. But I mean, like the hard way for me. That seems just like a lot of work to like learn anatomy. Learning anatomy to just learning like actual true anatomy, biologically accurate anatomy to learn how to draw bodies is quite the undertaking, I feel. Or muscles. I don't know how efficient that is, but yeah. If it works, it works. I can't draw skulls yet, so imagining drawing from a skeleton would be interesting. It would, yeah. Skulls are actually way harder to draw than I thought they would have been. I thought they'd be kind of easy, but yeah, when I actually tried to draw them, it was an undertaking. For me, it's helpful to just keep drawing and keep watching art videos so I can take some of their good sides and experiment it. That's how I found my art style too. Nice. Yeah, that's how it works. Especially drawing skulls in my current style would be horrible. Do you often make mistakes in pen? Yeah, I always make mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable and plentiful. It's really about working with your mistakes, though. With pen, you can sweep it under the rug, you can just erase it. But with pen, you have to either incorporate it into your drawing or just let it be a mistake. Both of them are useful in their own way. The ability to not take your drawings too seriously, to be able to just make a mistake and be fine with it, and the ability to work with your mistakes and, incorporate it into the drawing. They're both useful skills. So I find that using pen is very useful for that. Because I always make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Some people are just good at hiding it. I enjoy drawing in pen. Also, it depends what you define as a mistake. I enjoy drawing in pen when I'm being too much of a perfectionist because it helps me embrace my mistakes and be less afraid. Yes, exactly. What happened if you accidentally sent your grandma into space? I'm asking for a friend. What happened? Well, I guess she'd die. Or what would you do if you accidentally sent your? How did I even? Whatever. Don't worry. Don't even think. Don't question how I got what would happen instead of what would you do. Then I'd host a funeral for her in her memory. Of course, we don't have any remains, so it'd be like a fake funeral. I think you can have a funeral without remains, though. It'd be like that sometimes, though. Sometimes you launch people into space and you'll never get them back, and that's okay. Some things don't come back. I'm stuck in a forever student only working. I'm stuck in a forever student only working on basic shapes, but I'm losing both skill level and passion. What should I do? Um, Yeah, so I would recommend you go back to just drawing what you enjoy. Try and incorporate basic shapes into what you enjoy. Don't just practice squares or cylinders or circles or whatever it is just for the sake of practicing them. Practice them in relation to other objects. If you can draw like drawing a perfect square is actually not the important part. It's not like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're only drawing a perfect square so you can or you're only drawing squares so you can understand like how to draw objects in perspective. So if you understand like how to draw a high angle on a cube and then a low angle on the cube, then start trying to represent that using a body. So draw a cube and then try to turn that into a body. And it's like the rib cage is a cube, the hips are like it's a cube, the legs and arms are cylinders. Break the body into that type of in that way, like into those shapes, assuming assuming you understand how to do that. If you understand 3D space and stuff like that. Yeah, and then draw what you actually wanna draw. If you're actually, like, losing passion for art because, like, you're not doing the things you wanna do, um, then do that. Yeah, if it is burnout, then, yeah, you should take a break. And if you're getting burnt out because you're not actually if the reason why you're getting burnt out is not because you're not improving, then yeah, I mean, I don't think art is really about like, for me, at the very least, art isn't really about making a good artwork. It's not really about I think, if you are able to learn at least one thing from what you're doing, I think I consider like, at least if I'm able to do that, then I consider it a success. If I'm able to do something that's interesting or at least, yeah, something that if I learn something, basically. In the end, it's really if I just have fun with it. If I had fun with the drawing, then it's fine. It's okay. I don't know. I want to draw and write so bad, but you can. It reminds me I should work on my book. Okay. I'm a true thanks. Thank you. I'm a hop on simplified mannequin. Yeah, you should probably do that. If you yeah, assuming you understand perspective already with the cubes. Um, would you be Batman, but you'll have to have the burden of being Bruce Wayne? But if I'm Bruce Wayne, that means my parents are dead, so I don't think I'll take that. No, I think I'm fine. I'm fine who I am. Again, I don't really want to fight crime. I just want to draw. I'm writing a story about a written OC, and I got to draw her though. Oh, but you got to draw her. Well, yeah, good luck on that. About a written OC, I still got to draw her though, plus my own OC right now. I will go take my materials. Be right back. You say be right back, but the stream's gonna end in about after this drawing, 'cause it's about 3 hours now. Oh, your main OC right now. I say. I think every superhero parents are dead. Yeah, probably actually, maybe. No, well, not obviously not ever, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Fair enough. I don't want to be a superhero. Seems like a big burden. You know what they say about great power? It comes with a great amount of pain, and I don't want that pain. I just want to draw. I really don't have the desire to be a superhero. It's okay. I can draw with you. At least 2 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, but like it's it's like 3 hours. Like now, is it not? Is it not 3 hours now? Yeah, it's been 3 hours. Not invincible. Oh, true, invincibles. Yeah, yes, his parents are alive. Superman's adopted parents are alive in some versions of the comic. Oh, yeah, he has like. Well, actually, I don't even know what they're called, but he does have them. Yes, the stream is essentially over. Thank you for coming to the stream. Hey, Sloth, you stayed for the entire stream. The entire stream. Did you just have like a free schedule or something like that? Was your like schedule free or something? Um, gee. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to the stream. Hope you guys have a good day. I had fun. It was fun. Alrighty. Yeah, I was free and working on some drawings. Ah, nice. Well, yeah, good luck on your drawings, though. Good stream. Thank you. I'll see you guys. Well, yeah, later. I guess I'll work on the video now. Have a good day. You have a good day too?